Hey Taurus, how are you? I hope you had a wonderful month of August. Oh, August, July. What am I saying? Hope you had a great month last month. Welcome to your August 2018 reading. I'm not going to talk too much astrology today, guys. I'm just going to get straight into it because we had the eclipse last Friday, and let's just get into it. Let's just see what energies are surrounding you. The only thing I want to share with you is there's a 10% discount code underneath for all the items in the Spiritual Parlour shop. So birth charts, astrology stuff, wealth candles, love candles, oils, all that kind of stuff. Just go check it out, and the link for the store is there as well. Also up on Instagram, if you're on Instagram, you can go and check out the Spiritual Parlour there because I've posted some pictures of some of the candles and stuff that have been made for the store. And that's about it. So let's get into it. Thank you for all your likes, shares and subscribes. It means so much to me, and all your comments and stuff and interaction. It's really great to connect with you all. At the end of the day, I don't know who these messages are for, and when I do hear back from you, it's really cool. So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on for Taurus for August. Okay, Spirit, if there's a message. Ooh, we've had one jump. Ace of Pentacles. Really, really good. If you've not watched my videos before, I always read the jumpers because I feel like sometimes they're messages for other people and sometimes they come out in the main reading as well. So with the Ace of Pentacles, this is new beginnings, and I quite often link this to financial new beginnings or a new offer or a new beginning that is quite stable because it's the suit of Pentacles, right? So Pentacles is the suit of wealth, what we own, health. It's basically like that really grounding energy. And it represents Earth. So could be some good news coming in financially for some of you guys. Okay, what does Taurus need to know? Okay, that's too many to read. What does Taurus need to know, Spirit? There's a message for Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. What do they need to know? Please let it be known. There's a message for Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. Taurus, the rulers of the second house, ruled by the planet Venus. What does Taurus need to know? Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. Please present me with a message for Taurus. Okay. So, first card will represent the theme for Taurus. Second card, let's split. King of Wands. Okay, so passions. Kings for me represent as well quite stable, quite strong energy because they're the kings. So Wands is linked to our creativity, what we love, passions, that area of life. So it could be that there is something quite passionate coming to you, or you are working on something very passionate that you are very passionate about at the moment. Okay, second card will represent the theme or the issue for Taurus. Third card will represent the recent past. Fourth card will represent the present. Fifth card will represent the advice, and the sixth card will represent a potential outcome. Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. Oops, what's that? Three of Wands, yeah. I feel like for someone or some of you, something is coming in because you have the Ace of Pentacles jump out and now you've got the Three of Wands. Wands is the card of expectation. So whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been manifesting, it's about expecting that return because you do all the work and all the planning at the Two of Wands. And then once you've done that, you get some kind of solid grounding and you should expect something to come back to you. So as you can see, there's a guy here standing, you know, by the water looking out of the ships. So essentially the message of this card or the energy is the ships are coming in. Okay, so let's see. But that feels like something is definitely coming in potentially. It's not linked to the main message. Something's coming in for someone, for a Taurus. Good luck to you, whoever that is. Whatever comes in. Right, let's see what's going on. Okay, where's your energy? Let's see. Now, I feel really drawn here, Taurus. So we're going to read from this last deck for you. And your bottom of the deck energy is all Three of Cups. Now that did fall out. This card did fall out, but it fell out with too many others, and so I didn't pick it up and read it because it was just too many to fall out. And normally when that happens, I just think, you know, if it wants to come out, it will when it falls out, or when a card falls out with loads of others. So the Three of Cups is about happy events, happy times, and definitely reasons to celebrate. I often link this energy to events, so weddings, christenings, births, conceiving a child. It's that kind of happy, significant event that happens in our lives. If it's not an actual event, then the energy of the Three of Wands is exactly what you see on the card. You know, a reason to raise your glass and celebrate because something good is happening or about to happen. So that's good news. Oh, okay. We start off with the Eight of Swords, restriction. Aha, okay. Alright. The Three of Wands is made its way back out. Again, that jumped out. So that was a message, definitely for you guys. And the Two of Wands is also here. Okay, guys. So looking at this straight away, just looking at the cards that have fallen or that come out, you heard me go, okay, we start off with the Eight of Wands, because what I can see or what I feel at this top energy here, what's been going on, is there has been some restriction, and I feel like for a Taurus or some Tauruses out there, quite possibly there has been an ending or there will be an ending, but looking forward, it looks great. Looking at your future energies, it looks great. And you've got the Three of Wands underneath here, your energy, which is a reason to celebrate, and you did have the Aces fall out as well, so it looks good, even if it starts off a bit grim. So what I'm getting here for you, Taurus, is there has been some kind of restriction on something, a person, place, or thing. Now, your cards, the dominance is Wands and Swords, so it could be a creative thing, it could be a passion of yours, it could be something that means quite a lot to you in your heart with the Wands, something that you're quite passionate about. It could be a person, place, or thing. You take what resonates with you, Taurus, but it feels like there's been some kind of restriction, and that restriction could have been, if it's happened already, or it could be if it's happening now, mentally, because the Suit of Swords deals with our mental thoughts, how we think, how we feel, not so much how we feel, because that's the cups, sorry, that's the heart, but definitely how we think and how we learn. 8 as a number generally in tarot is the number of movement across all of the suits, apart from this particular suit. If you've watched me before, you would have heard me say, when a sword comes up, this is the suit of challenge. It's not the pretty suit. It's not like the cups or the wands, or where there's, you know, that really nice energy. It's life's challenges, and it feels as though for some Tauruses the thing has been possibly some kind of restriction, and it could be mentally. It could be that there's been a standstill. Something came to a standstill, and possibly you wanted movement on it, because you've got the Eight of Wands right next to, you know, your thing. So the issue is possibly you wanted movement, or another person wanted movement, or a person, place, or thing wanted movement on something in your life, but there was some kind of restriction in the end. Now, whether you put the restriction on it, or somebody else, or a person, place, or thing put a restriction on it, it has come to a standstill. And you've got the 2 8s there, as I said. 8 is the number of movement across the tarot, and the Eight of Wands is exactly that. It's very quick movement, because it's the Wand suit, right? So the Wands are fire, passion, quick movement. You know, it's one of the fastest moving energies in the tarot. So maybe it was you who wanted quite quick movement on something, or somebody else, or a person, place, or thing who wanted quick movement. But whatever played out, it came to a standstill. It came to a standstill. That forward movement came to a standstill. Potentially, in the recent past, it ended, you know, just suddenly, because you've got the Ten of Swords in your recent past position. So there might be, or there might have been, an ending for you surrounding this movement that you wanted, whether it was movement in a relationship, movement in a job, movement in a house, whatever it was that you wanted movement in, and there was the restriction. It's now come to a sudden end. And the thing with the Ten of Swords is, you know, it's completion, 10 is the number of completion. You add 1 and 0 together, you get back to 0. So it's about starting again. And the 10 of Wands is a quick ending as well. It's because it's you know, it's swords, it's air, it's quick moving energy. It's not so much the energy of, like, say, the Death card, where it's more slow and transformative. But there's been a sudden ending, or there will be a sudden ending. But that said, you know, even though the situation might have ended in the present, you've got the Queen of Pentacles, and this is actually your energy. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're a guy or a girl watching this. It's the fact that it's the Pentacle suit, which represents all the earth signs. So yourself, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And the Queen, I always call her, if you've watched me before, you know, I always call Queen of Pentacles when she comes up. Out of all the queens, she is my hustler. She is the queen, or the person, or the energy who knows how to basically get their shit together. They know how to be really, really resourceful, because that's what she does. She makes sure that the bills are paid, there's food on the table, everybody's clothes are ironed, the dishes are put away. You know, she is basically on this kind of energy. I shouldn't say she, because it could apply to, you could be a guy watching this, but the energy of the Queen of Pentacles is about doing. She's a doer. She's a hustler, or the energy is doing, the energy is about hustling. It's about putting everything together for stability, because it is the Pentacle suit. It's about, you know, being very, very resourceful. So whatever's come to an end, or whatever restriction there's been around movement on this person, place, or thing that you might have wanted, in the present, it's about being resourceful. If you're not already being resourceful, check what you need to move forward. What resources, what people, you know, what needs to be done, basically, is what I'm being pushed to say. What needs to be done for you to be resourceful, or to get your resources together so that you can move forward. And I feel very much as though you do need to be resourceful, or you do need to do some kind of groundwork, is what's being put to me to say, the word groundwork specifically, because once you've done that, then you can expect a return. Yeah, so you've got the 3 of Wands, which fell out as I was shuffling, and I explained to you that it is about expectation. It's about expecting things to come back to you, because you've done all the work at the 2, which has also appeared here in your reading as well. So if you can be resourceful this month, throughout August, or in the near future, then you can expect to reap what you sow, basically. Okay, so these are the energies that are surrounding you, Taurus. You need to get back to being resourceful. And Taurus, as a sun sign, I would say is naturally quite resourceful anyway, as a trait, because you guys rule the 2nd house of life, and that is the house of money, the house of wealth, the house of personal gain, the house of values. And Taurus, as a sun sign, you are quite linked, well, not you are quite linked, you are linked to money, wealth, stability, grounding, being resourceful. And you guys are ruled by the planet of Venus, and Venus is also linked to money, wealth, what we want and what we desire. So your energy is naturally quite resourceful as a sun sign. So hopefully you should be able to pick up some of your natural energy and be resourceful, as the Queen of Pentacles is advising you to in the present, in your present position, so that you can have your ships come in whatever it is that resonates with you. Whatever you need to make your ships come in, you can expect it to come in if you do the groundwork, is what I've been pushed to say. And then, you know, your potential outcome, you've got the 2 of Wands here. So the 2 of Wands is about the planning, it is about the looking out, it is about doing the work, thinking about what needs to be done for the future. As you can see, you've got a guy here who's normally in a traditional deck. I mean, this is a traditional tarot deck, but it is the Herbal deck, so the illustrations they're close, but not exact as maybe some of my other decks, which are based on traditional Rider-Waite decks. But normally you have someone standing by stairs, okay, and they're standing by the stairs, but the person always has that globe in their hand, and it's about thinking about the next step, thinking about the future, looking out on the horizon, like what you're going to do next. So it feels very much to me, Taurus, like the energy that's surrounding some of you, keeping this general, this is a general reading because I don't know everybody's situation, is that if there is something that has become restricted in your life in whatever way, take what resonates with you, you know, person, place or thing, finance, relationship, job, whatever it is, and maybe there's not that movement that you would have hoped for, or if somebody else has, you know, stopped the movement, or for whatever reason it's not moving forward in the way that you would have wished it to or wanted it to, and maybe that will come to an end or has come to an end. Just be resourceful, just be yourself, just do what Taurus does best, you know, just do what Taurus does best. Put your nose down, see what you need to be done, keep grounded, as you guys naturally tend to be anyway with your energy. Be resourceful, and if this is a financial situation for you, rather than a relationship, or it's something to do with what you own and your passions or money or that kind of thing, I do very much feel like if you can take this advice of the Queen of Pentacles and be resourceful, it will definitely come back to you. You're definitely going to reap something if you're able to, you know, pick up on that energy of being resourceful, because you've got the Three of Wands, which is the card of expectation, in your advice position. So you should hopefully expect it. And your bottom of the deck energy was, or is, the Three of Cups, a reason to celebrate, you know. So it pretty much does seem to me like not too much of a shabby reading, Taurus. Not too bad if you ask me. I mean, I don't feel the way I feel inside and how I feel intuitively inside. I don't feel like, even though I can see this ending here, in your recent past position, or this potential cut off of movement at the top, it feels like it's a month, or the near future for you is about progression. You know, even if one avenue or one way has been blocked or something's been cut off, it feels like there will definitely be progression, and there will definitely be a reason to celebrate, and you will get your Three of Cups moment. So that's all good. I don't feel like I need to clarify any of these cards. The feeling that I'm getting, I don't think I need to pull any more from the tarot at all. I'm going to pull you an angel card to see what message there is for you from this deck. So, angels, what does Taurus need to know? Oh, that's too many, that split. What does Taurus need to know about the situation I can see in front of me? What does Taurus need to know? If there's a message, too many again. For Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising, please let it be known. What is Taurus? Too many. I'm going to keep shuffling until you get your one message. What does Taurus need to know? Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. What does Taurus need to know? I prefer for the message to come out for you rather than me pick it. Ah, you've got two again. Prefer for it to come out. If it's not going to come out, then I will pull you on intuitively. Let's see. Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. Focus. There you go. There's your message. Okay. So let's see if this relates to the main spread. So it says, open your third eye. It says, it's safe for you to open your center of clairvoyance. By doing so, you'll see the truth. So I don't know if that resonates with anyone, but there's a message here about opening yourself up, opening your third eye, or in other words, listening to your intuition. I can't talk. My God, this Mercury retrograde is messing up my communication. Mercury's in retrograde to, like, I think, towards the end of August, the 20th of August, and it's the planet of communication, and sometimes it messes up technology, mobile phones, emails, everything. It just messes up, can get interruption, and it's messing up my speech. But anyway, open your third eye, Taurus. It's safe for you to open your center of clairvoyance. By doing so, you'll see the truth. In other words, open up to your own intuition, open up to what's being put in front of you, and you will see the truth. Okay, so I will pull you an affirmation card as well. Let's see what comes up for you from this deck. So, okay, angels, what does Taurus need to know? Oh, that didn't take long. Journey. Really, really interesting. Journey, that does definitely relate to this, because I know this card well. So you've got journey. as your affirmation, it says, focus on how far you have come, not how far you have to go. You will find help in unexpected places. And as I said earlier on, this reading or this message here does seem and feel very much like a progression. You know, even if there's been some segmentation here, or things have come to a halt here, or maybe an ending here in the recent past, it does feel like there is forward progression, and you can start thinking about the future quite brightly. That makes sense. You start thinking about the future in quite a bright way rather than brightly, and expect a return to you. Expect whatever it is that you sow here in the present to come back to you in a positive way. So it is going to be a bit of a journey for you, Taurus. You'll get the support you need. Don't focus on how far you have to go. Just think about how far you've come, and keep pushing. Keep pushing is what I feel like I need to say. Keep pushing, because it is going to be a month of progression, or the near future is going to be about progression to get past this energy of, you know, restriction that's here. Restriction around movement in whatever it is in your life, a person, place or thing. You know, it's going to be about progression. So good luck. I hope this situation, you know, comes to fruition for you. I hope the situation eases. I hope there's not too much stress or too much anxiety if there is a sudden ending over something, or something has already ended for you. And I will see you in about 2 weeks when I do another reading for all the 12 signs for the next eclipse that we're going to have in August. I think it's around the 13th of August. So I'll do a reading a couple of days before that for all the 12 zodiac signs, like I did last week. If you've not seen last week's video for the eclipse, check back on the playlist and you shall see it. Thank you for all your likes, shares and subscribes. And do like, share and subscribe if you're new. By all means, drop me a comment. Let me know how you're getting on. Let me know how this plays out for you. And I'll see you soon. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. So good luck, Taurus. I'll see you soon. Take care.